everybody, Western Pobo. After I finish this video, we're going to cut this off, and I'm going to go... Don't care about Twitch. Twitch could go fuck itself. The notification on this when I opened it up said that, we can't authenticate Twitch. I don't give a shit. Fuck Twitch. It's a censorious, it's the fucking tankies and the Nazis, alright? And the tankies that call themselves progressives out there in the fucking mainstream media. So, fuck them. Okay. Metaphysically, they're very similar. Ooh. People are not going to like that about me saying that. Don't give a shit. Or I wouldn't have said it. Anyhow. I read about metaphysics as a hobby. I think I know a little bit of what I'm saying. Anyway. Alright, let's get this Blackened season of mine going. I have a salt blend here. 8 ounces potassium chloride. 4 ounces of iodized sea salt, which is a thing. And then your choice of either Himalayan pink salt, Redmond's real salt, or a Celtic sea salt of color. We're going to do 1, 2. You can see there's a bunch of spice all over this part of my desk. 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to use this Himalayan pink salt shaker to finish that off. 5. People don't get as much, potassium as they could, and it does give you a little bit of iodine. So it kind of helps. It's a pretty good way to get a little more potassium in your life if you're not eating much of it. It's a good way to do it. Next thing is I'm going to do. Now here's the next difference between my my recipe and the original recipe by Chef Paul Prudhomme. This is going to be one of the 4 differences. I take half of the paprika that I use here, and I use smoked paprika in to replace that I've taken out. I don't go pure, regular sweet or hot paprika. No, I use a smoked paprika. Here's the regular I just put in with the salt, shook it up. And this here is by Herb and Flame. This is a eBay merchant and store on sorry about that, on eBay, and this was packed on June 22nd, 2023. This is Oakwood Smoked Spanish Paprika. This is top tier stuff, people. It's 10 ounces. It's a 10 dry ounce, by weight bag. I'll put a tablespoon of that in there. I might heap it a little. I don't give a shit. I'll shook that up. Okay, now that's over. Now you will see that I have this Cajun 2-step fire. You'll see at the end. This is another one of the secrets that my differences that I have for my blackened recipe. Next up, black pepper. 1. Oh, come on, you don't want to. There we go. And a half teaspoons of black pepper. And you do the same with white pepper. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to use this half teaspoon measurement 3 times for this. 1, 2, 3. Every so often I will take, I'll shake it up. This is a double recipe. Technically. Here next comes the fine garlic powder by McCormick. I just ordered a big ass, this 21 ounce fine garlic powder. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of that. I wash my hands thoroughly before doing this. That's why I'm wiping, I dab it off with my fingers, or I wipe the spoons off before I dip them elsewhere. This fine garlic powder. Here comes the granulated onion or onion powder. You can tell I'm being real fresh with this shit just as I'm opening these up. 1, 2. Two of these. Close that, set it aside. Black and white pepper aside. Paprika, salts are all set aside. Now I just showed you 2 recipes in one video. Savage's salt blend and Savage's Blackened, and I'm about to finish it up. I'm gonna probably do a cut in this video to go get the oregano. I might just use Mexican oregano since I have a big bulk of it. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use. Here's another secret. The first two I showed you about the salt blend and 2 kinds of paprika, smoked being important here. Okay, I use. Okay, it's slightly heaped. Big deal. I use exactly a teaspoon. Well, actually slightly more than a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm going to bump that off the side of the rim of the bottle there. Instead of a whole teaspoon of cayenne pepper, you can put a full teaspoon if you want. But I have people who don't like the fire of cayenne as intense. So I cut that in half. So that's secret number 3. The next thing I put in will be, this is the penultimate ingredient. Well, actually, this ain't the penultimate ingredient yet, but I can put 1, 2 teaspoons of thyme. Now I'm about to do a jump cut, and I'll be back in a moment, so you'll see how I when I put the oregano in. I'll see you then. We're back. Didn't take long at all. Just had to, well, under a minute. Here comes the oregano. 1, 2. This is real oregano. I got both real oregano and Mexican oregano. Okay. This is great on fish, great on pork, great on beef. If you're gonna have pork, what I would do, really want a kick-ass flavor, the best, most kick-ass flavor you possibly can make for pork chops. Instead of adding dry mustard to the spice mix, what I would do, if I was y'all, I would take, before I give you the final, the ultimate of or final of the 4 secrets. Suck my ass, spam callers. Anyway. Eat me. Spam callers. Now. So anyhow, what you do is you take a little bit of yellow mustard and slightly dab it on. Slightly dab, just a very thin coating on pork chops or whatever you're going to season this with. Then you add a pinch of sage on each side. a pinch of rubbed sage. You can get it anywhere for the most part. Then you add this blackened seasoning. Now, here's my next, my 4 secrets, and they're no longer secret, but this is what I do. Since I got a bunch of blackened, since I got this recipe of blackened all assimilated together, this is what you can do. Stretch it and still be fucking excellent. Just, I'll stretch it by adding this Cajun two-step fire seasoning to it. I need to at least double it in, I double it. See the clear difference? Line there. I'll make sure there's equally, these two layers are going to be equal in thickness as I go up the bottle, or at least attempt that. And then I'll shake that shit together, and oh, it's close. One more heat. If it's a little bit more, then so be it. It's still going to be good. A tiny bit more. I'll go a little above equal. I don't care. It's going to work really well anyway. And you shake this up. And that is how you do Savage's Blackened. See how it uniformed up together? I might just add a little bit more just because I want to. A few tablespoons more of the Cajun two-step fire. Because I love this shit. Hey, like a bartender. That's how you do Savage's Blackened. Right here. It smells just as incredible as ever. This is perfect. Now with beef, you don't have to do much of anything. Now if you want to smoke with it, you add this as a suggestion to all the other tips that I gave about pork chops. Put a couple pinches each of holy basil on each side of each pork chop or a piece of pork steak or whatever before you put the shit in a smoker. You also can do the same thing with fillets of fish. The rest of you might say fillets of fish. I'm part coon ass. We say filet down here because we got that's Acadian Francais, influence. Those of us who are Cajun descent, we call each other coon ass. No, it's not a racial slur. Shut the fuck up before you do that fake outrage, fake posturing shit. Fuck off with that. So that's what you get, and then this is how I make blackened. Now, normally I would just double the recipe that much more, but when you got something so fantastic as Cajun two-step fire by stale cracker. There we go. By stale cracker, like this, it's a good way to extend what you got, to extend your supply and fill it up a bottle. It's phenomenal. You can double the batch and then mix it 50-50 with Cajun two-step fire, and it'll still be the same result, and it's just as excellent as ever. So there you go. Plus you introduced a little bit of jalapeno, lime, and lemon to your blend too, which just adds more fucking excellence to the whole thing. Thank you for watching. Toodles.